The goal on Sandown Classic Day. They're away. Beautiful start. Dolphin Dance jumped well on the inside. So did Comedy Court. Kentucky Hula going forward, and Joffa Rose isn't far off them. And Limerick Lady Wideouts pressing on as well. Rory's Jane got back to third last. Kentucky Hula at the 1,000 led. Limerick Lady goes to second. Comedy Court a length away third. Joffa Rose is fourth. Dolphin Dance fifth on the inside of Mighty Fine, who wants to go faster. 2 lengths come here outside Ina's Treasure, and towards the tail of Darvalant, Eldarin and Rory's Jane in the centre. Kentucky Hula led coming down the side. A length and a half clear to Limerick Lady Comedy Court. 1 Joffa Rose, 1 Dolphin Dance. A neck Mighty Fine. 2 lengths to come here on the outside from Ina's Treasure. And then came Eldarin on the inside, Rory's Jane in the centre, and Darvalant. Round the turn, it's Kentucky Hula for home, leading from Limerick Lady. Comedy Court right behind them is going for a run on the inside. Got checked out of that one. Still held up at this point. Joffa Rose coming with a run. And then came Mighty Fine. Rory's Jane's got to the outside. Limerick Lady took the lead from Kentucky Hula. Joffa Rose. Comedy Court's got into the clear. Rory's Jane still coming. Limerick Lady hit the front 100 out. Rory's Jane and Comedy Court come now. Rory's Jane, Comedy Court, Rory's Jane. Oh, dead heat nearly. Rory's Jane, Comedy Court. Joffa Rose might get third. Ina's Treasure close up. Limerick Lady just weakening the last bit. Then Mighty Fine and Eldarin. Back behind them a Dolphin Dance. The tiring Kentucky Hula. Come Here never came into it, and Darvalant last of all.
It's a tight one, desperately tight. 2 Comedy Court, Karen McAvoy.
Andrew Bensley reported to me as saying it's a genuine dead track here today, despite the time being okay. The jock's reporting genuine dead, so perhaps we won't get the upgrade that was spoken about earlier. Here's the grey Bouveries just approaching the line now for Stephen Vella. So the last to move in is Boys Talk. Clay Hero Colt, who's unbeaten in 2 Adelaide starts. Got him right up behind the line now, but he's just back pedalling a touch. The others stand in well. Now he's right. Set to go for the second. Starter has them. Racing. Barchi jumped well. Ancient Prince ridden out looking for the lead. Away fast to his Cadastral and Barcata on the outside, and Boys Talk settling 4th or 5th from La Lagoon, and Run Just Run. At the 1,000, Ancient Prince narrowly from Barcata. A length and a half away, moving up to third. Boys Talk outside Cadastral. Run Just Run travelling 3 deep at that point. Barchi behind them from Perrybingle. La Lagoon lost ground, is back there towards 3rd or 4th last, with Bouveries just improving. And back at the tail end of the field here, a Swinger Deal on the outside, and Good Old Days. As they went to the 600, Ancient Prince narrowly about a neck clear to Barcata. Boys Talk in 3rd placing. Bouveries just wider out in 4th, and they're followed by Cadastral. Perrybingle, Run Just Run scrubbed along at that point. Trailed by La Lagoon, Barchi, and then came Swinger Deal and Good Old Days. In the straight past the 400 now, and Barcata went to Ancient Prince. Boys Talk 2 lengths away, followed by Cadastral, Bouveries just, and then Run Just Run at the 200. Ancient Prince kicking back, and Barcata 3 to Cadastral. Boys Talk can't go on. Ancient Prince and Barcata 100 to go. Barcata put the head in front, drew a neck clear, and will be too good. And Barcata by nearly a half length to Ancient Prince. Cadastral 2.5 away third. Boys Talk 4th. Then Bouveries just, Perrybingle, followed by Run Just Run, La Lagoon. And then came towards the tail Good Old Days. Swinger Deal never came into it, and Barchi over on the inside, one of the last to greet. Ends. Set to run. Off they go. Good start too, and Rip Treese was one of the first out, with Vignette. Easy Virtue jumped well, and Gantry settled 4th, followed by Hepton Stall, Bridal Hill. A length further back in the field, Night Chaser, followed then by Pirouettes getting back on the inside, and then Angora and Presidential Suite a length and a half away. Easy Virtue takes the lead down the back, about 3/4 clear. In 2nd placing is Vignette, and Hepton Stall over on the outside, ahead away 3rd. A length further back is Rip Treese, Gantry the inside, 1 Bridal Hill about 6th. A length and a half behind her then is Night Chaser, followed by Angora. Pirouettes as 2nd last, and Presidential Suite at the tail of the field. It's been a fast run race. Downhill 750 to go, and Easy Virtue by about 2 lengths. Hepton Stall is 2nd. In 3rd placing is Vignette, a length to Rip Treese, 1 to Gantry, 1 to Bridal Hill, just pushed along a touch by Oliver now. Following it home then is on the outside Angora, followed by Night Chaser, Pirouettes and Presidential Suite as they corner. Easy Virtue at the 400, led from Hepton Stall, throwing out the challenge, and then Riptrease, Vignette. Down the outside is Bridal Hill coming home, and then Gantry and Night Chasers threading a passage through. Heptonstall took the lead from Easy Virtue. Night Chasers diving up along the inside, and Bridal Hill wider out. 150 to go. Heptonstall from Night Chaser and Vignette on the outside with Bridal Hill. Vignette, Bridal Hill, Vignette a nose to Bridal Hill. Heptonstall might grab third the inside from the fast finishing Pirouettes, and Night Chaser just died slightly on the run. Then Riptrease and Easy Virtue, Angora, Presidential Suite and Gantry.
Struggling a little bit first up, but he's a horse that is of good quality and can improve dramatically in a short space of time. Number 2, Natois, again, I suppose its run at Moonee Valley was respectable. Its previous run, ordinary, and its last start, well, I thought it was average. I suppose you've got to put something in. I've put Natois in to run fourth, but with no confidence whatsoever. Number 8, Libidinius Matt ahead of 4 Chattanooga, 1 Toledo and 2 Natois in a fairly open race as we go to Greg Miles.
Had a good start, and Libidinius winning the jump from the middle of the line, and she'll have no trouble in crossing them and lead comfortably. It's Libidinius in front of Grey Regent, Ruthless Tycoon, Natois, and back behind them is Chattanooga, who jumped well. He's drifting back now, passed by Toledo, and he's back there with Rustic Mist. It's Libidinius leading. Ruthless Tycoon is a length away second. Grey Regent a length and a half away third. Toledo the outside, 1.5 Natois. Rustic Mist and Chattanooga last at the 700, and Libidinius came down the hill by a length and a quarter. Ruthless Tycoon in second placing, 2.5 lengths Toledo. Grey Regent on the inside, being followed by moving up Rustic Mist, and then Natois and 2 to Chattanooga. They're coming around the turn at the 450 in the Kevin Heffernan, and it's Libidinius sneaking away, and she shot 3 in front around the turn from Ruthless Tycoon. Toledo, Chattanooga's pulled to the outside, spots the leader 7 or 8, coming to the 250 metre mark. Libidinius being urged along by Findlay. He's pulled the whip, she's out by 2. Is there much in the tank? Here come the chasers. Chattanooga's charging home. Here he comes. He's got them all right. Chattanooga went straight past Libidinius, and from last Chattanooga came away to beat Libidinius. Toledo third, then Rustic Mist, followed in by Ruthless Tycoon, Natois, and Grey Regent dropped out to last. Chattanooga coming from last. Previous event won by Chattanooga. Storming finishing run. Nearly ready now. Paris Heartbeat coming up, completed the lineup for the Summon Stakes. Listed event for the mares. Off, Super Sequel jumped well. Pot on Flyer looked to be a touch slow. She's settling towards the end, and Rose Beat is back there too. Paris Heartbeat began fast from an outside alley and is going up looking for the lead ahead of Wyndham Special, Callandoon. Makarova settling fourth outside Super Sequel, 1 Pot on Flyer. Eula Goodnight, Jearns Dynasty, Rose Beat, and they're followed then by Arabia and Sanctus at the tail. But from the outside gate, Paris Heartbeat had crossed over and led out to the 1,000. Wyndham Special moved up 3/4 away. Super Sequel third, Callandoon fourth wide. Makarova's in the centre. A length and a half Pont on Flyer over on the inside of Jearns Dynasty. 1 then to Eula Goodnight. She's followed a length and a half away to Arabia outside Rose Beat, and 1 to Sanctus. Off the back near the 700 metres, Paris Heartbeat by a half length. Wyndham Special second. Callandoon on the outside of Super Sequel. Makarova in the red colours is fifth. Jearns Dynasty wide around Eula Goodnight. Pont on Flyer over on the inside, worse than midfield, and then came Rose Beat, Arabia and Sanctus last as they corner. Paris Heartbeat round the turn from Wyndham Special. Callandoon, Super Sequel and Makarova. Then Pont on Flyer through on the inside, and Eula Goodnight starting her run down the outside. It's Paris Heartbeat being tackled by Wyndham Special. Paris Heartbeat a neck in front, and they're 3 lengths now to Eula Goodnight, and then Makarova starting to come home. It's Paris Heartbeat and Wyndham Special fighting it out. Paris Heartbeat, Wyndham Special from Makarova. Paris Heartbeat, Wyndham Special, Makarova lunged. Oh, blimey. Don't know here. Makarova's taken a big dive at Paris Heartbeat and Wyndham Special. 3-way go. I'll stay out of it, and they're followed by Sanctus, who made ground from Rose Beat, Eula Goodnight, and then came Pont on Flyer. Back behind these is Arabia, and then Super Sequel, Callandoon.
And very fit, typically a Gay Waterhouse trained horse. And gee, I keep looking at it. It's drawn barrier 3. It's got 49. at respectable value to include in your pick fours, trifectas, and possibly even quinellas. Right, I've gone 3 King Keitel ahead of 11 Hill of Grace, 12 Cinderbella, and 14 Circan Demon. As we go to Sky Channel Zone, Greg Miles.
So King Keitel ready, and Sky Heights with Damien Oliver on board, drawn the outside, the last to move in next to Hill of Grace. Scotty Seamer on Hill of Grace. They're all in, set for the Sandown Classic. Ready, they're off. Padfoot Charlie missed it, and Citrus Prince went down on his nose down towards the inside. Brighter Scene got away well. Daniel's dropping in behind them and scooting over their heels to the rail. Away fast early is Secundamon. The 3-year-old finds the lead. There's Hill of Grace from the outside going forward very quickly and heads him now, and Sky Heights came across as well. It's Hill of Grace going to the lead down the straight the first time, and the Kiwi mare led from Sky Heights up second the outside, trailed by Matriculate Secundamon on the rails. Then Brighter Scene wanting to pull a bit at the lap post, a lap to go. In behind these horses, Carpstad Way, King Keitel, 1 Cinderbella. They're trailed by Padfoot Charlie, and then came Yammer the inside of Magneto. Citrus Prince to the tail of the field, and last is Daniel. They leave the straight now, and Oliver's taken the top weight. Sky Heights to the lead, and out he goes past the 1600. Sky Heights in front. Hill of Grace 2 lengths away second. Secundamon is third. Brighter Scene is fourth. On the outside next, Matriculate, and it's racing 3 deep at the moment. Carpstad Way the rail running sixth. A length and a half to King Keitel, 1 to Padfoot Charlie, 1 to Cinderbella. Another length to Citrus Prince, and they're trailed by the stable mates Magneto and Yammer, and 2.5 lengths to Daniel last of all. Going down the back, 1200 left to go, and it's Sky Heights by a length and a half. Hill of Grace second, a length Secundamon, followed by Matriculate, 1 Brighter Scene, a length and a half Carpstad Way. Cinderbella off 3 wide, trailed by King Keitel, 1.5 Padfoot Charlie. Then came Magneto, Yammer, Citrus Prince, and Daniel. 900 left to go, and it's Sky Heights by a length and a quarter. Hill of Grace second, Secundamon third, Matriculate wide all the way. Then Brighter Scene, 1.5 Cinderbella improving. She's trailed by Carpstad Way, King Keitel. 2 lengths then Magneto, Padfoot Charlie, Yammer, and Citrus Prince and Daniel the last 2. Sky Heights at the 600 metres by 3/4 to Hill of Grace, a length and a half Secundamon. Brighter Scene hard ridden. Matriculate loses ground. King Keitel comes with a run. Then Carpstad Way as they swing the corner. It's Sky Heights at the 400. He shot 3 in front. The 3-year-old gives chase. Secundamon. Hill of Grace battling away, and then Carpstad Way and King Keitel. Sky Heights clear at the 250 metre mark. Oliver gave him a slap with the whip, and he's 4 lengths clear. King Keitel goes to second from Brighter Scene, and then Yammer and Cinderbella, but Sky Heights is well clear for Damien Oliver. King Keitel gets to second, but Sky Heights all the way in the Classic beat King Keitel. Cinderbella third, Yammer fourth, Secundamon fifth. Then came Carpstad Way, Padfoot Charlie, Brighter Scene, and back behind them Hill of Grace, who dropped out of it. So did Daniel, trailed in by Citrus Prince. A long break then to Magneto, and Matriculate is a long last. Class, both horse and rider. A drifter on course. Boss not happy here with something. Time Deposit's in the gates, but he's not got into the saddle yet. Mr. Trickster has moved in, and at the moment Time Deposit's been backed out of line. He's the only one out behind the gates now. Whether he played up in there, I didn't see him play up. He did he? Yeah. Okay, he reared a little bit when in the gates, so Glenn obviously not all that happy with what he saw from a much closer vantage point, of course, and I'd suggest the vet's having a look at Time Deposit now. Under the eye of the vet now is Time Deposit after just playing up a little in the gates, but he's obviously been past fit and is coming back up into the stalls. Another look at the betting from downstairs sees Moondragon again easing out, so she has been quite a drifter. Spectatorial, the solid #1 pick in the race. So Time Deposit returns to the gates, and the Eat Well Live Well Sandown Guineas field is again set. Boss climbing back on board. Storm Zero standing quietly, so does Spectatorial and Domans. Lights on. Boss not quite settled in the gates here. Now he takes up the irons. And the starter has them ready to go. No alibi took a little dive at the gates. All clear now, and they're away in the Guineas. Not a bad start, and Mr. Trickster ridden out from the outside with All Courage. Omens jumped fast, and Spectatorial got away well. Storm Zero's up there, 2 out wider, trailed by Time Deposit and No Alibi. But All Courage goes to the lead in a pretty fast run race. Moondragon has settled third last. It's All Courage in front from Omens, Mr. Trickster, and Spectatorial is fourth the rail. 2 lengths then Storm Zero, a neck away to No Alibi, trailed by Time Deposit. 2 lengths to Tell Sun, Moondragon. 1.5 Prince of War, and then came Road to Dance and Mr. Greg on the rails last of all. Heading to the 1,000, All Courage by a length. In second placing, Mr. Trickster. Spectatorial, the favourite, gets the run of the race, third on the rails. 2 lengths then to Amons, and she's being trailed by No Alibi, and then Storm Zero. 1 behind these, Time Deposit, a half to Moondragon on the rails, and then came Tell Sun, who's about fourth last, about a half length away getting through on the inside. Oh, Mr. Greg got flattened there as Prince of War and Road to Dance went ahead of him. He dropped out 4 lengths last, Mr. Greg. Coming down towards the turn at the 500 metres, All Courage from Mr. Trickster. 2 lengths away, Spectatorial, another 2 to Omens, and then came back behind those horses, pulled to the outside to make some ground, Storm Zero, but they're in the straight. All Courage from Mr. Trickster. Spectatorial's had the perfect run, and now he's called on by Payne, and they're trailed by Omens and Moondragon making some ground. They haven't got All Courage at the 200. He led from Mr. Trickster. Spectatorial can't go on. Here comes Moondragon. It's All Courage in front. Oliver having a hot day. Moondragon, the fillies racing away. Moondragon by 2 lengths to All Courage. Road to Dance a neck away third. Then Mr. Trickster, Spectatorial, very disappointing. Prince of War followed by Storm Zero, and back behind those to finish in the race, Mr. Greg, who's made some ground. His run wasn't bad. Trailed by Tell Sun, then No Alibi, and back last to finish in the races. Racing. And Lazagoleta jumped reasonably on the inside. Old Man, Dynamic Love got away quickly. Harm's Way's pushing through for McLeod now and goes to the lead. The Pumper's settling back with about 3 or 4 behind him. Harm's Way at the 1200 by a little over a length to in the centre. Old Man the outside. Lazagoleta's on the fence. 1.5 lengths Dynamic Love, 1 Little Dozer. 2 lengths Vladivostok and Kabila together, and then came the Pumper, Prince Ben Bara. Another Neptune and Sedation last. 900 left to go. Harm's Way, the bolter, led by 2 lengths to Lazagoleta third. 4th placing held by Old Man. Dynamic Love on the rails. 1.5 to Little Days of Vladivostok. 2 Kabila, and then the Pumper, trailed by Prince Ben Bara. This has been a fast run race. Next is another Neptune and 2 lengths Sedation. At the 600, Harm's Way from 2 Lazagoleta, Old Man. Dynamic Love the rail from Little Days of Vladivostok. The Pumper's pulled to the outside under some pressure with Kabila just ahead of him, and then Prince Ben Bara, another Neptune and Sedation into the straight end. Harm's Way being tackled by and in turn the grey Lazagoleta. Dynamic Love's trying to get a run through, and then Little Dozer coming from Old Man at the 200, and Lazagoleta went to the lead, but Little Dozer challenges immediately, and then came It's Lazagoleta, Little Dozer. Little Dozer's coming home a shade the better from Lazagoleta. Little Dozer's put his nose in front, and I think just beat Lazagoleta. Dynamic Love 2 lengths away third in front of Prince Ben Bara. Then the Pumper, Old Man, followed by Kabila. Behind these another Neptune. Sedation never came into it. Vladivostok at the tail in company with Harm's Way. Photo finish in 1:23.2. Little Dozer finishing a shade the better from Lazagoleta. Judge needs the photo finish. He looks certain to win, but Lazagoleta really close. Began okay. Major Breakthrough out fairly. King Island jumped just reasonably. And as we settle into stride, one of the first out, Gold Robe, Knockrow. They're being joined and headed now by Jangling Jack through on the inside, and then King Island, Legend of Ace, Major Breakthrough. 1.5 lengths to the grey, Achieved, being followed by Lord Ardsley, 1 Secretary General, Crimson Pilot, Ukulele Player, and then about 3 lengths to Mad Harry and Kittlewick at the tail at the 1100 metres now. And and Knockrow on the outside, and Jangling Jack shared the pace. King Island given the run of the race in third placing. A length and a half Major Breakthrough. Lord Ardsley, one Legend of Ace, a length and a half Ukulele Player. Then Gold Robe, a length achieved. Crimson Pilot on the inside of Secretary General, trailed then by Mad Harry and Kittlewick. At the 800 turn, Jangling Jack by about a length to Knockrow and 2 lengths to King Island. Major Breakthrough nearly a length away. Lord Ardsley ahead to Legend of Ace, being followed by Ukulele Player, Gold Robe, and then Secretary General achieved. Crimson Pilot third from last, and then Mad Harry and Kittlewick ridden along at the tail. Jangling Jack coming around the turn in front of Knockrow. King Island eases out for its run. Lord Ardsley came wider. Legend of Ace right behind them with Major Breakthrough at the 350. Jangling Jack in front. Knockrow challenging. King Island's looming up. Legend of Ace got a split at the 250 now. King Island and Legend of Ace. Oliver going for 5 on King Island. Legend of Ace fighting back under Boss, clear of Knockrow. Gold Robe achieved. King Island just in front at the 100. Gold Robe achieved it coming down the outside. It's King Island in front. Ollie's got the 5. King Island's won it by a length. Either achieved or Gold Robe for the miners from Legend of Ace, just missing out on the placings. And then Knockrow, Mad Harry made ground, followed then by back behind them Lord Ardsley. Then there's a break to Ukulele Player, and behind it to finish was Major Breakthrough, who weakened. Then Secretary General, Crimson Pilot, Jangling Jack and Kittlewick. What a day for Ollie.